First, let me give a shout out to one of my followers on my Facebook page, Michael Alonzi. He hooked me up with this video. He wanted me to do a commentary on it, and I'm going to do the best I can. So let's get into it. We all know that the Republicans are trying to impeach Hunter Biden from the White House. My bad, Joe Biden from the White House. They've been doing oversight and trying to investigate. Well, Jared Moskowitz of Florida put on a masterclass on how to embarrass the GOP and this sham investigation. And I'm going to break it down. The witness at the time was supposed to have been Tony Bobulinski. He was supposed to be the guy that had witnessed Biden, I'm not sure if it was Hunter or Joe, committing crimes. And he was there to testify to those crimes. Well, Moskowitz wanted to use him to show that this was all
a dream.
I just have a question. We've been at this for 15 months now in oversight. But do you think Chairman Comer has proven that Joe Biden has committed a high crime and misdemeanor?
I believe with all the evidence he's gathered, yes, he's proven that Joe Biden has committed high crimes and misdemeanors.
This is the same guy that AOC interviewed, and he don't know exactly what crime Joe Biden committed.
It is simple. You name the crime. Did you watch him steal something?
Corruption statutes, RICO and conspiracy.
What is it? What is the crime, sir? Specifically.
You asked me to answer the question. I answered the question.
No.
RICO, you're obviously not familiar with. Corruption
Excuse
statutes.
me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. RICO is not a crime. It is a category.
You break stuff down like that when you are calling the guy dumb, and he has to
Understand the words that are coming out of my mouth.
So I assume you believe Joe Biden should be impeached.
Well, that's up to you guys.
But do you believe he should be impeached? It's yes or no?
I personally believe
yeah, you.
Under constitutional...
No. You personally, do you believe he should be impeached?
I do.
I'm speeding them up for time. So he followed on, but this is all a setup. But not for him. It's for the Republicans. He want the Republicans' own witness to say, call a vote.
Okay, and you believe that because you believe Chairman Comer has proven that he committed a high crime and misdemeanor?
No, because I know that he committed high crimes and misdemeanors.
Okay.
I was involved and saw them happen.
Bobulinski is very defiant, and he's well within his rights to be defiant. He's being questioned by the Democrat, and he don't want to answer their questions. Everybody knows when a witness goes up and talk to the opposite party, they're going to get beat up. And when they talk to the party that invited them, it's going to be softball questions. So he's defiant, and Moskowitz is using that in his favor.
But obviously, with all the evidence, you must believe that all of these hearings for 15 months, that the chairman has proven that, right?
The man asked for him to re-ask the question, and he just said, all right, bet, but I'll just go to the Republicans now because I don't need you anymore.
My point is that the chairman has not yet moved for that. And so, look, Chairman, we got like 3.5 minutes here. I mean, let's just do the impeachment. I mean, why continue to waste millions of dollars of the taxpayers' money if we're going to impeach because you believe you've shown he's committed a high crime and misdemeanor? What are you waiting on? Let's just do it.
That's bad.
Why?
Because they can call his bluff and actually do the impeachment vote right now. And then the whole process starts. But Moskowitz, he's kind of confident in putting his cards on the table. But it's a big bluff. He's hoping that they call it, which they won't.
I mean, by the way, we got Chairman Jordan here also, the double chairman. Why aren't you guys calling for the vote in your committee? When is it going to happen? When can we tell the American people you're going to stop wasting your money and just call for the vote?
He addressed both Comer, who's the Oversight Committee chairman, and Gymnasium Jordan, who's over the judiciary. But he's also part of the oversight. So he called them both out, and Jim Jordan spoke. Another good hook that Moskowitz has to deflate both of them.
Gentlemen, you?
Sure.
We don't do snap impeachments like you guys. We actually do the facts. We do oversight.
He tried to get back at them because they impeached Trump twice, and it was good reasons for them to impeach, even to do it within 30 days. But Moskowitz knows they're not going to call it, and he calls them out on it.
If you believe you can't call for the impeachment now, then what you're admitting is you haven't yet proven that he's committed a high crime and misdemeanor. You haven't proven it yet. Otherwise, you would call for it, I assume.
And that's the whole ball game. If they have the proof, there is no reason to hold off on impeachment. Do it as soon as possible. If it's important for the American people to know what Joe Biden did, call him out right now if you got it, but you don't. That's why you won't do it.
We're doing our work.
See? Now Moskowitz have seen their cards. He's bolder.
So they haven't proven it, right? They haven't proven he committed a high crime and misdemeanor. Otherwise, we would call for impeachment. And so I just think we should do it today. Let's just call for it. I'll make the motion, Mr. Chairman. I want to help you out. You can second it, right? Like, make the motion to impeach President Biden. Go ahead. It's your turn. You second it. No, nothing. Okay, we got nothing. So I want to, with my last couple minutes, show the American people that they're never going to impeach Joe Biden. It's never going to happen because they don't have the evidence. Okay, this is a show. It's all fake. They just want to do these hearings. It's not leading to impeachment. They're lying to their base on Newsmax and Fox, leading these people to believe that they're going to eventually impeach the president. It's not going to happen at all, ever. Period. They don't even have the votes, even if they had it in committee. They don't have the votes on the floor. They know that. They got members resigning rather than taking a vote on the fake faux impeachment. Just ask Ken Buck.
And he's right. Just listen to Ken Buck himself.
This place just keeps going downhill, and I don't need to spend my time here. We've taken impeachment and we've made it a social media issue as opposed to a constitutional concept. Mike Johnson's ability to talk me into staying here is going to be about as successful as his ability into talking me into unconstitutional impeachments.
And they just had another one Friday. Mike Gallagher resigned his position. He didn't just resign. He's going to resign April 18th, which means that the Wisconsin GOP cannot put another person in that seat until November, until the elections. He did that on purpose so they couldn't put another person in there. Now the House only has a one-person majority between Republicans and Democrats. And they can't lose one vote. And they can't even get a majority on their side. They're killing themselves.
Look, I mean, if these hearings were a success, right? If what we've been doing for the last 15 months had convinced the American people that Joe Biden committed a high crime and misdemeanor, you can be damn sure they would have called the vote by now, right? But they want it to go on. They either want it to go on because they don't have the evidence.
Moskowitz is winning, and their own witness, Bobulinski, knows he's winning. So he thought he would help, and it didn't work out.
Well, no, I think you haven't read recent data that shows the American people are well aware of the Biden's corruption.
Perfect. So then ask the chairman why he hasn't called for impeachment, Tony. He's right here. Ask Comer. Hey, Comer, how come you haven't called for impeachment? I'll do it. Watch. Hi, I'm Tony. Hey, chairman, how come you haven't called for impeachment? When are we going to have the hearing? When is the vote going to happen? I mean, you believe it. He believes it. He says it every day on TV. I just don't know when we're going to have the vote. I mean, let's just go. We can save the taxpayers millions of dollars. So, I mean, look, I used all of my time to show that this vote is never going to happen because they have no evidence on Joe Biden. I yield back.
And right then, you probably thought Comer was going to say something smart and slick before he passed it on to the Republican to do their interview. He didn't.
Gentlemen's time's expired. Chair now recognizes Mr. Burleson from Missouri for 5 minutes.
What do you think?